The NJ League of Women Voters hosted an electoral forum at the Riviera Towers on Boulevard East, where Commissioner Count Wiley, Tony DeFino, Juan Espinal, and Pat Cullen participated in the event. Neither Mayor Felix Roque nor a representative from his slate were in attendance. Wiley predictably gave a passionate answer when asked how he would keep West New York government open and honest.
Open government is a big question. We've been fighting about that for the past 4 years. If you've been to any meetings in West New York, you see that there was things that were put on the agenda that I didn't know about till the day before the meeting as a commissioner. Okay, right now we do have an administration that is not quality. They're incompetent. They're hiding things here in West New York. They're corrupt. There's been bribes in West New York. One of Roque's best friends was bribing a fire official. Okay, and now he's making a plea deal in West New York. And there's many more of those individuals in West New York right now. I want you to know that. As far as open government, that is without a doubt. That has been my whole thing about what I've been about as a commissioner. Not hiding anything. When the questions came to me, I wasn't afraid to go to a press conference. I wouldn't have my campaign manager talk for me or my spokesman. At that time, I didn't even have one.
Another hot-button issue was whether or not it was a worthwhile idea to convert West New York to a mayor-council form of government. Cullen and Juan Espinal felt the change would be a positive one for West New York, while Wiley and DeFino felt that a town's problems come down to the leader, not the form of government.
We do need to transition to a mayor-council because the current commission form gives each commissioner executive and legislative authority, whereas the mayor-council gives the executive power to mayor and legislative power where it belongs, in the council.
A type of council. You have 3 wards in West New York. I think that each ward should elect the representative. And I think that would be the easiest way to get things done.
The difference between the two, how I see it, when you have a 5-form commissioner, they're responsible for a certain part of the department. They're given a certain amount of power. In a mayor council, you give the mayor all the power to run the town.
Do we need a new form of government, or do we need a new form of governance? Do we need new representatives? I'm old-fashioned. I believe we didn't need an elected board. We needed someone to remove the mayor and his corrupt patronage and control over the board. Okay? The elected board has not solved our problem. So I don't want to go into whether I would support one or the other because it's up to the will of the people. However, you do not change the car when you have a drunk driver crash it. You change the driver.
As far as tax abatements go, DeFino questioned why tax abatements aren't reserved for commercial developments.
Okay? You don't need residential development anymore in this town. We need to give tax abatements to commercial property. That's the original reason that this was birthed from someone's mind, to bring reasonable resources to your town that bring sustainable employment without putting pressure on your infrastructure.
Cullen, who has taken a hard stance against tax abatements for years, said that the Albio series, Sal Vega, and Roque administrations have gotten it wrong, as tax abatements should only be given to industrial areas.
Mayor Roque has continued ramming through destructive long-term tax abatements that his supporter Albio series began, and Sal Vega continued. I will only allow industrial abatements that provide significant permanent jobs for West New Yorkers and only in areas that are zoned for industrial. Thank you.
Espinal, a retired Washington, D.C. cop, consistently said that the town needs a stronger police presence throughout the evening, at one point suggesting forming a neighborhood watch type of group to provide surveillance for parks. Although the other 3 candidates disagreed, he also later said a charter school would make a positive impact on West New York's education system.
Talking about hiring additional police officers. Maybe it is a little expensive at this time because of the budget, but you have a special police and you have auxiliary police that these are regular citizens that live in the neighborhood that can provide volunteer work to provide additional security for the parks and the kids. I am a proponent of charter schools. I think that you have better supervision and much better quality teachers.
In his closing statement, DeFino said that voters should not be gun-shy about selecting a split ticket on Election Day, as they should simply pick whoever they feel are the 5 best candidates out there.
Vote for whomever you want. Any 5 people you vote for, if they cannot come together as a unit better than 5 people who are already together, then we're in trouble. We're in trouble. I think it would be better to have 2 or 3, whatever the mix and match is. They would have to work together. You represent different people, different parts of the community.
I'm John with the Hudson County View, the eye of the community.